We spent over $50,000 on Royal Caribbean cruises across 30 plus sailings, and we're going to share with you what nobody else tells you about Royal Caribbean. From the loyalty perks worth hundreds of dollars, the onboard amenities, and where Royal Caribbean falls short. So stick around as we reveal exactly who will love and hate cruising with Royal Caribbean up next. Welcome aboard, everyone. I'm Don B from Eat, Sleep, Cruise. And while we've been on over 30 Royal Caribbean cruises, we've actually sailed on close to 100 cruises with 15 different cruise lines. So we can compare what the experience is like on Royal Caribbean to its competitors like Carnival Cruise Line, Norwegian Cruise Line, and other cruise lines like Princess Cruises, as well as Royal Caribbean's sister brand, Celebrity Cruises. The first thing we learned about Royal Caribbean the hard way is that Royal Caribbean's base fares are typically anywhere from 20 up to 50% higher than comparable itineraries on some of those cruise lines like Carnival, Norwegian Cruise Line, or MSC cruises. Now, it's not going to be as expensive as Disney Cruise Line, but that's just the beginning. When you factor in other add-ons like drink packages, specialty dining, internet, shore excursions, and other extras that many cruisers do purchase, the total cost of a Royal Caribbean cruise can easily double from the advertised cruise fare. Even with all of Royal Caribbean's innovations and impressive amenities, we know it's hard for many cruisers to justify the premium pricing, especially when other lines offer similar itineraries and family experiences at significantly lower costs. Now, if you want to know exactly how much a Royal Caribbean cruise will cost, you're in luck. Down in the description, we link to our Royal Caribbean cruise cost video. We break down every single cost associated with your cruise so you can come up with a realistic budget and won't return home with sticker shock. Now, unlike Celebrity Cruises, Princess Cruises, and Holland America Line, which offer comprehensive add-on packages that bundle those extras like specialty dining, drink packages, Wi-Fi, and service charges, Royal Caribbean makes guests pay a la carte for essentially everything. This not only makes budgeting more complex, but often results in higher total costs than competitors who do offer all-inclusive options where you usually can get those add-ons at a discounted rate. If you want the ease of one comprehensive package that covers all your cruise needs, Royal Caribbean may not be the cruise line for you. But there are several reasons why Royal Caribbean cruise fares are higher than the competition, and one of them has to do with the entertainment. Royal Caribbean consistently sets the gold standard for cruise ship entertainment. Their Broadway-style productions feature full orchestras, elaborate costumes, and immersive technology, and stages that rival land-based theaters. Shows like Hairspray, Mamma Mia, and Grease offer authentic Broadway experiences on board Royal Caribbean ships. There's also top-notch original productions like Flight, as well as other productions like Back to the Future the Musical, as well as The Wizard of Oz. And while I'm not a huge fan, some people really like the effectors. Beyond the Broadway-style entertainment in the main theater, many Royal Caribbean ships feature ice skating shows and high-diving performances in aqua theaters that you won't find on any other cruise line. The entertainment variety extends to additional things like comedy clubs, piano bars, live music venues like the Music Hall, and theme parties that keep the energy high throughout the cruise. Even on older ships, the caliber of original productions is on par with the signature productions and exclusive shows you find on many of the competitors' newest ships. Many Royal Caribbean ships also have innovative onboard attractions. No cruise line pushes the envelope quite like Royal Caribbean. Its ships feature flowrider surf simulators, rock climbing walls with ocean views, the Ultimate Abyss dry slide, the North Star observation pods, which rise 300 feet above sea level, iFly skydiving simulators, ice skating rinks, laser tag, carousels, escape rooms, and on its newest Icon class of ships, the largest water parks at sea. These innovations consistently redefine what's possible on a cruise ship, and many of them are included in the cruise fare, unlike some other competitors which have similar innovations that do cost extra. Let us know in the comments which Royal Caribbean cruise ship innovation you can't wait to test out once on board. Now, it took us about 10 cruises to realize that the loyalty program and perks on Royal Caribbean are probably the best in the industry. This is where Royal Caribbean actually starts to redeem itself. Their Crown and Anchor Society loyalty program offers unmatched benefits. At the diamond level, which is about 70 points, which is about 10 7-day cruises, guests get daily drink vouchers. Guests can get up to 6 drink vouchers depending on their tier. This can save you hundreds of dollars on your bar tab per cruise. Add in the Crown Lounge access, free internet days, complimentary laundry, and other onboard discounts. The value of consistently sailing with Royal Caribbean year after year does start to add up quickly. Perhaps another benefit of the strong loyalty program is reciprocity on sister brands. What makes this even better is that your Royal Caribbean loyalty status carries over to Celebrity Cruises and sister brand Silversea. This allows you to experience Celebrity's sophisticated atmosphere or Silversea's luxury while still receiving comparable perks. Now, odds are you're considering taking a Royal Caribbean cruise because you've seen one of those commercials or online advertisements for some of the cruise line's newest and largest ships. Royal Caribbean actually operates several of the largest cruise ships in the world, including the Icon of the Seas and Star of the Seas, which are the largest class of cruise ship. These floating cities offer unprecedented variety in dining, entertainment, and activities. The smaller Oasis class is equally impressive, and both classes of ships have amenities that you simply won't find on smaller vessels, like actual neighborhoods like Central Park with real trees, family-friendly areas with seaside vibes, and enough activities that you'll never run out of things to do. But while they look great in those commercials, and honestly we've sailed on essentially all of these mega ships, the large ships can be overwhelming, especially for those who have never been on a cruise before or are accustomed to smaller vessels. First-timers might spend days just figuring out where everything is located. The sheer number of options can create anxiety, and simple tasks like getting from one end to another can become time-consuming. Crowds around elevators and entertainment venues can also be frustrating at peak times. When it comes to dining, we've had inconsistent experiences with food quality and variety. While specialty restaurants on Royal Caribbean ships generally deliver excellent cuisine, the main dining room experiences vary significantly between ships and even night to night on the same ship. Many older ships lack the casual dining variety found on competitors, forcing guests into expensive specialty restaurants when they just want something quick and simple to eat. The food quality often doesn't match the premium price point and doesn't live up to the standards of sister brand Celebrity Cruises, as well as more premium brands like Princess Cruises, Holland America Line, or Virgin Voyages, which honestly has some of the best food of any mainstream cruise line. And regardless of what you say, and regardless of what Heidi says, I'm standing firm that Sorrento's pizza is some of the worst at sea. Let me know if you agree down in the comments. Now, depending on your drinking habits, this one may or may not be a pro for you. But while many cruise lines have imposed daily limits on alcohol beverages with their drink packages, not Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean's deluxe beverage package remains truly unlimited. This includes premium spirits and cocktails up to $14, which honestly covers essentially 90% of the mixed drinks and specialty cocktails you'll find on board. It also covers wine by the glass up to $14, essentially all beer by the glass, specialty coffees, fresh juices, sodas, and bottled water throughout the cruise. The bottled water and specialty coffees are particularly important to us because some cruise lines don't even include those in their drink packages. Of course, you need to drink responsibly because the bar staff can always refuse to serve you alcohol if you're obviously intoxicated. But when compared to other cruise lines like Carnival Cruise Line or Princess Cruises, Royal's unlimited drink package might be a benefit. But I do have to admit, even though we've sailed to essentially every single cruise line's private destination, Perfect Day at CocoCay, Royal Caribbean's private island in the Bahamas, might be our favorite. It's no surprise that this island is consistently ranked among the best cruise line private islands. Perfect Day at CocoCay houses the tallest water slide in North America and Thrill Water Park, freshwater pools with swim-up bars, zip lines, pristine beaches with complimentary chairs and umbrellas, an adults-only hideaway beach, and the exclusive Coco Beach Club. The island provides something for everyone while never feeling overcrowded, despite accommodating thousands of guests, with even two of the cruise line's largest cruise ships being able to dock at the same time, we've never experienced crowds or long waits at Perfect Day at CocoCay. While many cruise lines do offer private destinations in the Bahamas and feature them prominently on Bahama itineraries and Caribbean itineraries, no one focuses on private destinations like Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean increasingly emphasizes destinations like Perfect Day at CocoCay over authentic cultural ports. While Perfect Day at CocoCay and the upcoming Perfect Day at Mexico offer engaging experiences, some cruisers feel this detracts from meaningful cultural immersion and exploration of local communities, with resort-style relaxation. So depending on the vibe you're going for, or what you're really looking to get out of your vacation, a cruise on Royal Caribbean could be super relaxing or super frustrating. Now, because of all the onboard amusements and the draw of Perfect Day at CocoCay, you will find lots of families, and particularly lots of kids, on board Royal Caribbean cruise ships. Royal Caribbean is a family-focused cruise line, which means high concentrations of children, particularly during school holidays and the summer months. Pool decks, dining venues, and entertainment areas can become overrun with kids, making it challenging for couples or adults seeking sophisticated atmospheres to find quiet relaxation spaces. Although the amount of kids and families on board is no different than Carnival Cruise Line or MSC cruises. And while they are family friendly, you do tend to find less families, especially families with younger kids, on competitor cruise lines like Princess Cruises or Celebrity Cruises. And while many Royal Caribbean cruise ships do feature adults-only solariums or reserved spaces just for adults, these spaces are often too small for that particular ship. For example, the Hideaway on the Icon class is much too small as an adults-only space. Currently, Royal Caribbean has 28 cruise ships in its fleet, with many more on the way. So like comparable cruise lines like Carnival Cruise Line or MSC Cruises, which also have dozens of cruise ships, the Royal Caribbean experience does vary dramatically depending on which ship you choose. Older Voyager, Radiance, or Vision class ships can feel dated compared to newer ships like Icon and the Oasis class vessels. Those older ships might have narrower corridors, smaller cabins, fewer dining options, and limited amenities. This inconsistency means guests need to research ship classes carefully to avoid disappointment. But regardless of the class of ship you choose, there are Royal Caribbean staples, like a main dining room which features rotational dinner menus each evening. And we've sailed on a variety of Royal Caribbean ships, from the smaller ships like Enchantment of the Seas all the way up to Icon of the Seas, Star of the Seas. And we've sailed in various regions on these ships. But one area of the world we haven't sailed on Royal Caribbean is Alaska. And unlike All America Line, Princess Cruises, or Norwegian Cruise Line, Royal Caribbean ships don't have permits to enter Glacier Bay National Park. And this is one of Alaska's most spectacular destinations, and often considered the highlight of our Alaska cruise experiences. They substitute other glacial viewing opportunities, and while beautiful, they don't match the comprehensive Glacier Bay experience. So if you're considering taking an Alaska cruise of Royal Caribbean, just keep that in mind when comparing itineraries, as we often recommend that the itinerary is more important than the ship itself. Now, Heidi and I have been on 7 Alaska cruises, and if you're thinking of taking a sailing way up north, we link to our best Alaska cruises video down in the description to help you pick the best itinerary and ship for your budget. Heidi and I typically sail as just a couple, but we have taken cruises with Heidi's extended family. When we do, we almost always pick Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean is just great for multi-generational groups and families. It excels at creating experiences that appeal to multiple generations. Adventure Ocean's Kids Club are among the best at sea, while parents enjoy sophisticated dining and entertainment. And grandparents can appreciate the relaxed areas like the solarium. Family-friendly stateroom configurations and connecting rooms make group travel logistics easier too. Despite operating the largest cruise ships in the world, Royal Caribbean has mastered the boarding process. Advanced check-in through the app, streamlined terminal operations, and priority boarding for guests and loyalty members creates one of the most stress-free embarkation experiences in the industry, and to be quite honest, their disembarkation is equally impressive. While we've definitely experienced long lines and some frustration on competitor cruise lines' smaller ships, we've never had any issues disembarking a Royal Caribbean vessel. Royal Caribbean's massive fleet enables the cruise line to provide an impressive variety of itineraries spanning the globe. From 3-day Bahamas getaways to epic world cruises, destinations range from traditional Caribbean routes to bucket list locations like Alaska, Asia, Australia, and the Norwegian fjords. They sail from nearly 30 departure ports, making it easy to find convenient home ports. While their starting fare is considerably higher than the competition, Royal Caribbean does offer a wide range of cabin categories. So there are budget-friendly interior cabins to multi-bedroom suites with Royal Genie service. Royal Caribbean offers extensive accommodation options. Unique categories include central park views, infinite balconies, virtual balconies, studio cabins, and accessible rooms. This ensures you can find something that matches both your budget and your preferences. Now, picking that cabin category will be the main driver of your total cruise costs. But as we mentioned earlier, it's not the only one. So tap or click on our Royal Caribbean cost video, where we break down what is covered in your cruise fare, plus what will cost you extra, so you know exactly how much to budget and you'll be one step ahead of everyone else on board.